The Jack Benny Program. Well, ladies and gentlemen, for over 20 years, I've been introducing the star of our show. And you'd think after all this time I'd run out of nice things to say about him. Well, I have. So here he is, Jack Benny.
Thank you very, very much, ladies and gentlemen. And, Don, come here a minute, will you please?
Yes, Jack.
Don, I didn't think that you gave me a very nice introduction.
Well, I'm sorry, Jack, but after all these years, I just couldn't think of anything new.
You couldn't, eh? Well, I'm sure that if I were introducing you, I wouldn't have that trouble.
Oh, yes, you would, Jack. You've been saying the same thing about me for years. I'll bet you can't say anything I haven't heard before.
Oh, yes, I can.
What?
You're fired. And now,
wait a minute, Jack. Wait a minute. Before you can fire me, you've got to spend 6 weeks in Reno.
Oh, that's right. Forgot by mistake, I hired a divorce lawyer to make out his contract. Anyway, Don, you've been with me for 20 years, for better or for worse, and I hope that we'll be together for another...
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. For my first number, I'd like to sing a song that...
Dennis, what's the matter with you? You're not supposed to be out here this soon.
I'm not?
No, and if you'd have been to any of the rehearsals, you would have known that. Now, where were you?
Well, I had a chance to get away for a few days, so I went fishing on Lake Mead.
Went fishing while we were rehearsing.
Did you have any luck, Dennis?
Well, I sure did, Don. I caught 4 trout, 3 perch, 5 bass, and a high-button shoe.
A high-button shoe?
Yeah, but it was too small, and I had to throw it back.
Fine, he caught a shoe.
You should have seen the hip boot that got away.
Imagine him fishing while we're rehearsing.
Well, I don't blame him, Jack. I wish I could get away and do a little fishing. What a thrill it is to catch a silvery rainbow trout. One of nature's loveliest creations. What a sight it is as it breaks the water in a shimmering shower of sparkling drops. The sunlight reflecting its iridescent beauty.
Look how he described the fish. Me, he can't say anything nice about it. Now, look, kid.
How long did you stay at Lake Mead, Dennis?
Oh, we were up there the whole week, but I spent all my time on the boat.
Whole week on a
Avast
boat?
day, you landlubbers! Larboard to starboard and drop the anchor!
Dennis.
We'll shiver the timbers and man the punks will all drown like rats!
Dennis, please.
Batten down the hatches and pulling down the poop deck!
Dennis, will you stop?
Mr. Christian, stow that talk and I'm swinging from the highest yardarm in the British fleet!
Oh.
Let the men mutiny, my hearty, let them mutiny, but don't worry, the ship may pitch and rock and toss, but I'll sail it through this hurricane or...
What's the matter, Dennis?
I'm seasick.
Good. All right, Popeye, as long as you got here so early, go into your song.
Aye, aye, sir.
Sinner man, where you gonna run to, sinner man? Where you gonna run to, sinner man? Where you gonna run to, all on that day? Well, I'll run to the sea, sea, won't you hide me? Run to the sea, sea, won't you hide me? Run to the sea, sea, won't you hide me? All on that day. The Lord said, Cinnamon, the sea'll be a-boilin'. The Lord said, Cinnamon, the sea'll be a-boilin'. The Lord said, Cinnamon, the sea'll be a-boilin'. All on that day. Oh, Lord, Lord, won't you hide me, Lord, Lord? Won't you hide me, Lord, Lord? Won't you hide me all on that day? The Lord said, Cinnamon, you should have been a-praying. The Lord said, Cinnamon, you should have been a-praying. The Lord said, Cinnamon, you should have been a-praying. All on that day. Oh, Lord, Lord, look at me praying, Lord, Lord. Look at me praying, Lord, Lord. Look at me praying now. The Lord said, Cinnamon, you prayed too late. The Lord said, Cinnamon, you prayed too late. The Lord said, Cinnamon, you prayed too late. All on that day. Well, then, Satan, Satan, won't you hide me? Satan, Satan, won't you hide me? Satan, Satan, won't you hide me? All on that day. Satan said, Cinnamon, come right in. Satan said, Cinnamon, come right in. Satan said, Cinnamon, come right in. On that day.
Very, very good.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Benny. Say, I was wondering if you could do me a favor. On your way home, could you drop me off at the hospital on Beverly Boulevard? I want to visit my father.
Dennis, I didn't know your father was in the hospital.
Oh, he's feeling much more comfortable now. After 6 months, they finally took the cast off his foot.
A cast for 6 months? What was wrong with his foot?
Nothing. He stepped into a bucket of cement.
Dennis, look at, I can understand your father stepping into a bucket of cement. I can almost understand he's standing there and letting the cement dry. But why in the world would he keep it on his foot for 6 months?
My mother made him.
What?
When he stayed out late at night, he couldn't tiptoe into the house.
Dennis, I'd love to continue with this brilliant conversation, but if you don't mind, I've got a show to do.
Oh, but you haven't told me yet whether you'll take me to the hospital.
Look, if I'm going home after the show, I'll drop you off.
If you don't want to take me, you don't have to.
That kid drives me nuts. Now, the reason I couldn't make it definite is because I never know where I'm going after a program. Now, I usually plan on going right home. But I never seem to get there. You know, something always happens. Like, well, for instance, let me show you what happened after my last show. Come in.
Clara, did you hear that?
He said, come in.
Clara, we've got to control our emotions.
Yes, we don't want him to know how we feel about him.
You're right. We'll have a better chance if we play hard to get.
We've played so hard to get, nobody's gotten us.
Yes?
I don't know whether you remember us, but we're the president and secretary of the Jack Benny Fan Club.
Pasadena Chapter.
Oh, yes, of course. The Jack Benny Fan Club. Won't you come in?
Thank you.
Now, what can I do for you?
Well, at our last club meeting, we were appointed to come here and ask you to be our guest of honor.
Tonight at 8 o'clock.
Oh, that's so sweet of you, really, but I've been working so terribly hard, and I'm kind of tired, and I don't think I'll be able to make it.
Oh, that's a shame. We wanted you to play your violin.
Did you say 8 o'clock?
632 Orange Grove Avenue, Pasadena.
Well, I'll be there.
Clara, did you hear that? He'll be there. He'll be there.
What do we tell the members this? Oh, we've got to get the message to Pasadena right away. Shall we take a bus or a taxi?
Well, the way I feel right now, just tie the message to my leg and I'll fly there.
Well, Mr. Benny, we'll see you later.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye. Goodbye, girls. I better call Rochester and tell him I won't be home for dinner.
Yes, Mr. Benny.
Oh, operator, will you please get me my home in Beverly Hills?